44.
44, I have Make Mine Music.
44, I have a controversial pick. I have Cinderella.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I have it higher on the list just because.
Yeah.
But, no, I could see why you wouldn't like Cinderella.
Yeah,
I don't like the story.
It's like the story's okay. There's parts of this I don't like. Like, you barely see Cinderella for a lot of this time. You spend 10 minutes on the mice.
Yeah, I hate the mice.
The mice are the single worst part of the movie.
Yeah.
And honestly, I just found it a bit boring.
Yeah, except, you know what? The one thing that put this higher on the list for me was the villain.
Yeah, she's okay.
The mother is pretty dastardly.
Yeah. Like, she's pretty good. Like, I even don't have an issue with the whole thing about, like, just find the perfect man kind of thing. It's Cinderella, yeah, whatever. I just thought it wasn't done well.
Yeah, no, I don't like the story of Cinderella already, so...
Yeah, alright, so...
For the time, the animation was good.
Yeah.
Alright, number 43.
I have the Black Cauldron.
The Black Cauldron. Okay, so... And I have the Rescuers.
Okay.
Yeah.
For Black Cauldron, pretty much everything you said, that. Yeah. I wasn't a fan of the animation. I found the characters really boring.
Yes.
Like, the story was fairly interesting, but the characters were so bland and boring that I just didn't care.
Yeah. It's one of the movies that is easily forgettable.
Yeah.
The Rescuers, much the same. Like, oh, God. The fact that... Aside from the fact that it had that one topless lady in the window, you know, I think that's pretty hilarious.
That's great.
It is so bland and putrid to look at.
Yeah.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah. So 42, I have Oliver and Company.
42. I have Winnie the Pooh, I guess Winnie the Pooh 2011.
I believe it was 2010.
Or 2010, yeah. Anyway, the new one.
Yeah.
I hated to put a childhood icon of mine on the list, like as low as this one, but, you know, it's just, it's to the point where it's like, okay, this is for younger kids, not really for me. I mean, everybody grew up with it, but, you know, anyway, so that's what I got to say.
Yeah, for Oliver and Company, I just wasn't a huge fan of it. It was kind of boring. It was kind of interesting seeing them in the city, but they could have done Oliver Twist a hell of a lot better.
Yeah, and with cats and
dogs
and dogs and animals.
It does have probably the goriest death in any Disney movie. All I'm saying is watch it to the end. How the bad guy dies is the goriest shit. I like trains. Alright, so 41.
41. I have Atlantis.
I have Meet the Robinsons.
Meet the Robinsons, okay. So, why is Meet the Robinsons so high on this list for you?
I found it harmless. It was kind of charming in its own way. Like, again, some of the characters weren't bad, but I did like the future that is set up, especially with a lot of movies now just having these dark, grim futures.
Yeah.
It was kind of nice seeing something bright. The dinosaur was cool. That was about it.
Yeah, no, I understand. Like, I'm not going to go against you on anything like that. For me, for Atlantis, again, there's some colorful characters. I like the dynamite guy. He's fun.
Yeah.
But again, like, I'm not remembering any of their names. Like, Michael J. Fox is, I guess, your standard protagonist.
Yeah.
He's your standard nerdy guy.
He plays Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, and I would make a stutter joke, but I'm not that low. Right? So... Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to think of one, and I can't make it now. So
40.
Moving on. 40.
At 40, I have Bambi.
Really?
At 40, I have Bambi.
40, you have Bambi.
I have Bambi.
Wow.
Yep.
That's a low pick.
Yep.
Okay, I have Fantasia 2000. And we pretty much already talked about that. The one thing I bring up that you didn't bring up is I like the forest one a little better than the whales.
Okay.
I like the forest. I think that the animation is really great.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
For Bambi.
Yeah.
Bambi is boring. Bambi is a really boring movie. Like, I get it. It's about this... Like, it's pretty much like a coming-of-age type of thing, but it is boring. Like, I just find it hard to stay awake, other than his mother getting shot, which everyone knows.
That's brutal.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. But, like, other than that, I just find it incredibly boring. It's just... this deer walking around with some rabbits, and oh, now he's skating and falling, and oh look, it's flowers and
Yeah, it kind of like it's supposed to make you feel like, oh, this is nature at its finest and all that. And anyway, we'll talk about it more when I get to that. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it. I won't castrate you too much for that one.
Yeah.
All right, number 39. I have the Aristocats.
I have the Aristocats.
Well, how about that?
Yeah, all right. So,
reason I kind of like this one, the songs are catchy.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same reason. Like, the movie itself isn't great, the story isn't great.
Yeah.
The songs are really good. I like the songs in this movie.
Yeah. That's pretty much all I got to say, honestly.
Racist Chinese cats.
There you go. All right, number 38.
I have Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet, okay. And I have The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh from 1977.
Yeah.
This one I watched as a child, and, I can remember it, fairly well, and I will say is a bit better. I like it a bit better than the newer one. Mm-hmm. It's your standard Winnie the Pooh stuff. It's charming, it's harmless, and it teaches you some lessons along the way if you're really young. So,
yeah. So for Treasure Planet, pretty much I found it really strange being set in space. I don't know why they just didn't do Treasure Island.
Yeah.
And there's some cool visuals, but all in all, it's just kind of meh.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so number 37, I have Oliver and Company.
I have 101 Dalmatians.
Let's see. Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I could see that. That's one that's not really in the middle very much.
I'm not a dog person.
Yeah.
So I didn't find it that interesting with the dogs. The reason that it's actually higher than a lot of those other ones.
Yeah.
Is Cruella de Vil's a great villain.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But, the owners of the dogs are the most boring characters.
I don't know. I find the lady is kind of well, she doesn't have much of a personality. I find the guy does.
Yeah.
Because well, yeah, again,
and I wasn't a huge fan of the music in the movie either.
No, didn't like the music.
I'm not a fan of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, again, I won't give you too much grief for that.
Oh, no, that's fair. I'm sure I'll hate some of your picks.
Oh, yeah. Oliver and Company, gory villain death. That's all I got.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
So, 36. I have The Fox and the Hound.
The Fox and the Hound. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I have The Sword in the Stone.
The Sword in the Stone?
The Sword in the Stone.
So, yeah, pretty much The Fox and the Hound. It's a down-to-earth kind of tale.
Yeah.
I thought that they could actually make it a bit more emotional impact. For example, I know when one of the other dogs, he falls off a bridge and gets injured. They should have just killed him. That would have made it a lot more.
That'd be pretty fucking relentless. Yeah.
No, it would be, but it would be a lot. It would add some emotional stakes to the movie. Where I just found it was just too kind of safe. Yeah, they played it safe. They tried to pull at your heartstrings, and I think other movies did a bit better.
Yep. All right. The Sword in the Stone. Again, just kind of it wasn't really my thing.
Yeah.
I do like.
Yeah, no, I see that one.
I like Merlin.
Merlin, yeah.
Merlin's a good character.
I like the wizard battle.
The wizard battle is good. The animation, yeah, especially when it comes to magic, Disney is very good at doing that, and I found that they did that quite well in The Sword in the Stone.
Yeah.
When it was shown. It wasn't shown all the time. Could have been shown a little bit more, or maybe make the story more interesting. I don't know.
Yep. So, yeah.
But, yeah, that's all I got. Number 35.
35, I have The Sword in the Stone.
The Sword in the Stone. Okay. And I have Ichabod and Mr. Toad.
Yep, so pretty much Sword in the Stone. Mostly everything you just said. I just found all the supporting characters are really good and interesting.
Yep.
Arthur's boring.
Arthur is very boring, yes.
But pretty much everything else you just said.
Ichabod and Mr. Toad. Not so much Mr. Toad. I find that one is kind of but
Yeah.
I like Sleepy Hollow. As
Sleepy
I said
Hollow's
before,
really good.
it's done very well. The villain is very well animated, the Headless Horseman, and like you said, it's better than the Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
So 34.
34, yeah.
34, I have the prequel to Avatar, Pocahontas.
Pocahontas, okay. And I have Bolt.
Yeah, so pretty much for Pocahontas, of all the like classics that Disney did in the 90s, I found Pocahontas was the weakest.
Yeah.
Pretty much, like, some of the characters were okay. You could tell it was pretty whitewashy. And the one thing I can say about it is the song Savages is absolutely fantastic. It might be one of the best Disney songs.
Barely even human, savages, savage. And Mel Gibson as...
Yeah, you also have Christian Bale in there as well.
And Christian Bale, yeah. Who's Christian Bale?
Some random, I forget.
Just some random guy? Okay.
He plays Batman.
He plays Batman in the background.
Yeah.
You can't see him, though, because he's invisible.
Yeah.
Alright, and Bolt, John Travolta is a dog.
Yep.
John Travolta is a dog. Really like the animation on this one, though.
Yeah.
It's done. It's a 3D animation. It's not obnoxious. I found like in Meet the Robinsons, it was kind of dull. But here,
Yeah, they started getting a bit better with the 3D.
yeah, here I like it.